Hello, people of the internet. This is Lee, and today I will be reviewing the first trade paperback of Afterlife with Archie. This is actually by popular request. I've had a lot of people tell me I need to read this book, so I got a hold of a copy, and I gotta say, they were right. I'm really pleased by the graphic novel of this. The story is excellent. I don't have a huge foundation with Archie. You know, I know the characters just from general pop culture knowledge, but I don't have a deep-rooted love of them. I have never really cared that much aside from some general pop culture knowledge. So, but I've been curious about this book for quite some time. I've heard a lot of great things, and I'm glad I actually took the time to sit down and read it. It is written by Roberto Aguirre-Sacasa, and the art is by Francisco Francavilla. Now, the art is, in my opinion, I really like it. It's very simple in a lot of ways. There's not a lot of details. There's also the use of color is very, I like the way it feels there as well. It feels appropriate to the zombie. There's very few colors in the palette. There's a lot of orange. There's a lot of black. There's, so making it a very Halloween appropriate book. Woohoo, not timing. But yes, it's not really, I don't know. I've seen Francavella's art before, and it's on par with other things he's done, but I'm not coming up with the right words to describe exactly how it looks. It's not exceptionally detailed, but the use of light, the use of color, and the art itself is all really good, and it ties together nicely with the story. And the story it's fun. At the beginning of the book, Jughead's beloved dog gets run over by a car, and, you know, he's had this dog since he was a little kid. He doesn't want to say goodbye. Lots of love. He takes the dog to Sabrina, who, you know, aunts try to warn, but it's Sabrina, and she doesn't ever make good decisions, so she helps him bring the dog back. The dog then bites him. And this is how the epidemic of zombie spreads through the book. So not anything really new and groundbreaking there. Pretty traditional zombie outbreak. There's the Halloween dance where the whole thing starts. Then it moves on to being at Veronica's house. There's, honestly, when you break down the plot and you think about it in its individual pieces, it's all pretty basic. It's all pretty much what you would expect from both Archie and from zombies. But the writer, Roberto Aguirre-Sacasa, has just done a really good job of giving us good characters to work with. The fact that they, you know, care about, and this is appropriate, they care about their friends and other students and parents, and they want to know what's going on, and they want to try to fix things, but are truly unable to, and they're all so terrified. It rings true, it rings appropriate. So it's really just a matter of how it's written, as opposed to just being a really astonishing concept. And like I said before, the art just does a really great service to it. I mean, here's an example of just what I mean by the colors being really not a lot of color choices there. It's very much about just setting a mood in that, and yeah, it does a terrific job with using the color for a mood and not being overly saturated, overly involved. The book definitely wants to use its panels to bring you into the story, but not to have you focus on the art, to have you focus on what's going on with Archie and his friends as they're fighting the zombies and turning into the zombies. It does leave off with the ability to go into more stories. You know, it is labeled #1, but as a self-contained story, it does a pretty good job there. I'm not desperate for the next installment of this. I don't feel like it you know, I'm sitting on the edge of my seat, just waiting for the next issue to come out, but it has me intrigued. I had a thoroughly enjoyable experience with it, and it is a quick read, so it is something that I would want to pick up the next issue of. And so I think that it's just an overall win as far as a graphic novel goes. Very pleased with it. Definitely something you should pick up, even if, like me, you don't necessarily care all that much. That was an ambulance. I'm sorry, but I'm almost done with this review, so I'm not stopping. But yeah, even if you're not so much into Archie and you're not a huge zombie fan, I don't fall into either of those camps, but I still think it's definitely a worthwhile book to pick up. But that's my review of Afterlife with Archie. If there's anything else you would like me to read, please let me know in the comments. You can also like and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate those both very much. In the meantime, you guys have a great day. Bye.